St. John's, Newfoundland, a big, modern city. Like most cities, it had a humble beginning. This one as a community of fishermen and farmers, most of them Irish. Well, the land I'm standing on is right in the middle of St. John's, and it is still as Irish as the old homeland itself.
Chuna warin te hílach iris éide bhán cnig éidir ó.
The language is Irish Gaelic, and the teacher is Ali O'Brien.
Bhán cnig éidir ó.
His student is Jason Whalen, a young musician who wants to add some Irish songs to his repertoire.
Náraibh.
Ali loves the ancient language, and anyone who wishes to learn it is welcome in his home.
Take a blessing from my heart to the land of Ireland.
Why do you keep Gaelic alive, Ali?
Just simply a love for the language. I think our family here were the only ones that had, of all the Irish families around, we were the only ones who had a tradition of Irish language.
Ali's full name is Aloysius Patrick O'Brien, and his roots are just as Irish. His great-grandfather came to Newfoundland from Ireland back in 1818. He built this old farmhouse on a country hillside, planted vegetables, and raised livestock. Now, back in those days, St. John's could boast over 400 farms like the O'Briens. But all that has changed. St. John's went through a building boom, so new roads and new subdivisions pushed into what once was farmland. A lot of changes here.
Tremendous changes.
From their hillside perch, the O'Briens watched as the city closed in. Describe that view for me, Ali, when you were a kid growing up. What did you see out here?
I saw all farms, practically the whole countryside there was filled with farms. Right below us there was Wickham's, and immediately to the east of that was Egan's, and immediately to the west was O'Neill's.
Every name an Irish one.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
What do you feel when you look at this now? What do you fill up with?
Oh, I just hate to look at it. I think there's desecration of that lovely valley.
Ali need only take a short stroll down the country lane from his farmhouse to step out of the past into the reality of modern-day St. John's.
There are two sidewalks and a fairly wide roadway which end right at our boundaries. They're much like swords pointed towards us.
No one has actually transgressed your boundaries.
No, they haven't. Not 1 inch. But they came certainly as far as they could.
Ali shares the family farm with 2 brothers. Mike does most of the chores, looking after the 10 head of cattle. John spent his working life off the farm as a carpenter.
At least you'll have a nice few potatoes this year.
Ali still does a little farming and looks after a small vegetable garden.
End of October is the day you start digging potatoes.
But arthritis has slowed him down, and he has to hire help at harvest
How
time.
about the turnips? Are they going to be a half-decent crop for this year?
I think so.
The truth is, the O'Briens don't use most of their 38 acres. But despite several offers from developers, the brothers have refused to sell. If they offered you $1 million,
We have been offered $1 million. Some years ago.
$1 million?
Oh, yes.
And you said no to it.
That's true.
Why?
How can I answer it? As I say, the alternative. We wouldn't fit into that kind of life.
You don't think the O'Briens could be happy on the 10th floor penthouse or something?
I'm certain that they would be happy.
Never.
No,
Are you against development?
no, I'm not really. But there must be some way you can have development and retention of some of the natural beauties as well.
But the O'Brien brothers are getting on in years, and since all 3 have remained lifelong bachelors, there are no O'Brien children to take over the farm when the brothers are gone. Only distant relatives. Will relatives ultimately inherit the farm?
Yes, I think that's the way to go. I think it should be passed on.
Stay in the family.
That's right.
That's the Irish tradition.
Yes, that's right.
You can write the deed up in Gaelic.
Yes, that's true.
Send it to town council and say, here's the deed. Decipher this one. But until that day comes, Allie O'Brien will keep an eye on things, especially that road that runs right up almost to his front door. And if there are people who still have ideas about turning Allie's beloved farm into a subdivision, well, they should know one thing. Beneath his gentle exterior, Allie O'Brien has a bit of Irish temper.
Beware the anger of the patient man.
Are you a patient man?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, so be careful. I have my stick.